Doing an oil change on a 2007 Yamaha SX 230 today. I bought this boat last year and haven't done an oil change. This will be my first one. I got 2 gallons of Yamalube 10W40 for marine use. I was going to use automotive oil, but everything I read online said there's more additives to the marine oil for anti-corrosion. So picked these up at a local Yamaha dealer. It was actually a motorcycle dealer. I don't have a Yamaha boat dealer around. They were like 18, 19 bucks a piece, which I didn't think was that unreasonable. Got the oil extractor, which you'll need. That's why I'm going to be running the engine on the hose first to help the extraction process. I got 2 oil filters. I got these dog training pads to catch any oil that leaks out when I pull off the oil filter. These were 3 for $1 at the local Dollar Tree or dollar store, which I thought was a good deal. We'll give them a shot, see how they work. I got the oil filter, that oil funnel, and then I got the hose to run the engines on to keep them cool while we warm them up a little bit to get the oil more viscous. The manual, as I'm sure you know by now, is really useless when it comes to oil changes. So this is a kind of combination of things I've printed off the internet and watching YouTube videos. However, there's no YouTube videos that I found for 2007. They're all newer than that. So first step is you want to connect the cooling hose. Something that I found helps a lot. I put in this quarter turn ball joint here so that I can turn the water on from outside the boat, not to keep jumping out of the boat to turn the water on and off. There's a little specialty part. Put it in and turn it to the right to lock it in place. And there it is. Alright, I've let the engine warm up about 8 minutes on the hose, so I'm going to shut the water off and then kill the engine. Here it comes. From what I understand, once you get suction built up in these, it stays. So we'll just wait. Well, so much for just get the vacuum going and let it out. I came back and there's really no suction. I don't know if you can see, but there's little tiny bubbles you can see going through that line, so you can kind of see the flow rate. But every couple minutes I'll just give it a couple more pumps and it seems to be working all right. Probably about 7 minutes and I got about a quart out so far. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes. You can really tell when it gets done, you can hear the suction. So what we want to do now is every mark on this container is a quart. 1, 2, so just shy of 3 quarts was extracted from the port engine. So I'll make a note of that, so when I put it back in. I'm just going to put that hose on top of the air cleaner for right now so I don't get oil everywhere. And then I'm going to go start the starboard engine and let that warm up for about probably like 10 or 12 minutes. The oil that I just extracted out of this engine was not very warm at all. It didn't even warm the hose up, so I think that might have been why it took quite a while to extract that oil. Alright, so I started the same process on the starboard engine. I let it warm up for about 15 minutes to idle this time to see if I get the oil a little bit more viscous. But and this one's starting at already 3 quarts, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, I just got done with the second engine. Looks like about 2 3/4 quarts, taking the total of both engines up to about 5 3/4. Alright, I got the oil all extracted from the engine. I'm getting ready to take off the oil filter. One thing to note, I was taking off the oil filter. That one says 5GH 13440-50, and mine that I got from the parts store said -30. Did some research online. It looks like it's just an updated part number. They should work. Hopefully they work. But I put my protective pads all down there, and I put the plug in just in case there's any that much oil, but I want to try to capture as much of it as we can. Alright, got the old filter off, getting ready to put the new one on. I was going to put some lube on the seal, but it's already got some on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to hand tighten that and call that good. Okay, oil filter change on the starboard engine is complete. I did get a lot of oil in that somehow missed the drop cloth I put down, so try to do better, just mopped it up best I could. And then the process is the same for the engine on the port side. It's just a little bit harder to get video of it, so the same thing, just do it again. Alright, so I have my dipstick out. I put a pad down on the other engine just so I can set stuff on it, and I want to try it with this filter here. I got a couple filters in case it doesn't work. Basically, on the port engine, I have 3 quarts, so I have the gallons here, and they have the marks there on the side if you can see them. So I'll put 3 quarts in. I should have 1 quart left when I get done. About a half quart to go. And that'll do it right there. Alright, I'm ready to do the starboard engine. What I did on this side, I knew I needed 2 3/4 quarts. So I took the one I had already emptied out, had a quart left in it, and just filled that up to the known amount. That way I don't have to keep checking. I can just put this whole thing in there and I'll know I'll be good. Alright, so I'll let it sit for a while. Let it cool down. Bring the dipstick out. tighten it back down. It's just under the full mark. So just under the full mark when it's cold, we're good.